Folks, normally I always get a little bit excited when a new artist that I really like drops something, right? I'm like nervous because this isn't even a full project. And if I've learned anything from NF, doesn't matter if it's a single, EP, or whole album, he can pack as much dynamite in every single track that he wants. We've seen his ebb and flow of his discography and his character up to this point, very masterfully crafted. A lot of artists are very painstaking with the details of their ebb and flow. Not saying that he planned this from the beginning, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did, because going from even his all black clothes to all white is a huge thing. Your image is like one of the most important things as an artist. So I'm excited to see where we're going here, because if you know his music, his house, the mansion, was always metaphorical of his brain and all the different places it goes, with characters inside that have meant different things. So on the cover, that mansion was on fire. So I'm excited, but nervous. Where are we going from here? Let's go.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Ooh, okay.
Knocking at my door.
Okay, so he's still in the white. Ooh, okay.
Begging me to come outside.
Oh, man, Nate, I have missed you, my dude.
Let you back into my life.
Okay, so he's facing it off. I am going to pause a lot more than usual because I don't even know if this stuff is copyrighted or not. Probably is. I'm immediately scared because this could very well just not even make it on YouTube. It just gets blocked worldwide, and there's nothing I can do about it unless I erase all the songs from it. Then what's the point of that? You know what I mean? Anyway, we're just going to keep going. I love the setup, though. This is so cool. Okay, so we have like we got a dumbbell over here, maybe lifting your burdens. We talked about that with the balloons. All the carpets is just so interesting because normally you would set these up decoratively in like certain areas of the house, like, you know, right by the front door or whatever. But it looks like it's just trying to cover haphazardly what's already here. But yeah, it's just so desolate and run down. Maybe it's an area of the house. Granted, I haven't seen every single one of his music videos, so I don't know if maybe there's some areas of his house that's actually very well nice and put together, and then there's others that are a bit more dusty like this. Or if it's all dusty. I don't know. Is Nate dusty? Comment below and tell me. Sorry. I'm scared.
Usually I'd be strong enough
Okay.
to lock the doors and keep them shut.
Ooh, it's hurting him to try and open it.
But
Okay.
not today, I'm desperate.
Ooh.
So go ahead and come on in.
Being desperate to change. Being desperate of any sort of old control that you had. Oh, that's a spooky idea. If y'all ever had to deal with addiction or just a behavior that you just got used to, like it was a habit, right? Habits are hard to break. Addiction's even harder. So if any of you have ever been in a position like that where you're like, I don't like this, but this is what I know. Okay, I'm going to let you in. It's like, oof, that is a lot. I definitely understand where he's coming from with that. That's tough. Oh, wait, no. I'm sorry. I see this coat rack up here. I thought that end part was the end of a dumbbell. So what's coming in?
Go ahead and come on in.
He looks only slightly nervous.
So go ahead and come on in.
He opened it then closed it. Why?
OCD is worse than ever, hands are bleeding. Maybe I should take the pill stone. Know what's going on with me. Some days I actually think I might be schizo. Frantic, probably not, but even writing this is making me begin to spiral. Oh, God.
Okay, all right. First of all, something he said, even writing this is kind of making me spiral. That's the biggest reason I never write about my issues. If I do, it's another character going through it. I tell their story as they're going through something. Or maybe I just flip it on its head and basically they deal with a similar issue, but it's a fantasy that I'm writing about. Why? Because putting it into, I feel like this happened to me, but I hate myself, etc., it just feels like you're kind of dredging it all up again. Some stuff I don't want to have to keep seeing. We've been in this song and dance before enough. I don't want it around anymore. So the fact that he's talking about that is crazy. And then also the fact that he's rapping that quickly, very calmly, which has always been a skill of his. I'm never going to say that it's not. But it's still over just that guitar. It's just so interesting. And side note, since Hello Darkness, My Old Friend came from Simon & Garfunkel, I'm curious if any of it is in a similar key. Because oftentimes, rap uses samples with different things, or at least, paying homage to certain things. It didn't sound like the exact same key change. Maybe it's in a different key. Because it's da 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 da. Hello darkness, da da da. Hope I don't get copyright for that. Dang it. Anyway, the point being is, I'm curious how that might interchange. Anyway, let's go.
Writing this is making me begin to spiral. Oh God.
And it's stressing him. It's stressing him. It's like putting that on him is like, it's like almost claustrophobic. Oh man.
Made a promise to myself I wouldn't let the fear back in, but then I did though. Told the world that I was sick of running, then went back to running. What a joke. Disappointing, yeah, me too. I thought I finally made a breakthrough.
That's so tough too. I will never forget people like Anthony Fantano who argued that Nate is melodramatic. And he thought the whole Hope project was actually bad music. Instead of maybe you're a condescending butthead who doesn't care about actually looking at where an artist is coming from. If they don't fit your formula of what you like, then they're actually bad. Which is a lot easier to get clicks on it instead of saying, I just didn't like this music at all because it didn't fit what I wanted. That sounds a lot less, ready to start arguments than this music is bad. That's half the reason why I hate every single critic on YouTube. Y'all suck at what you're doing. You are unable to look at anything besides your own preferences being filled, which I think is disgusting. Because half of the time, where Nate's coming from, what he just said was half the reason why I didn't like a lot of his music. I didn't listen to The Search very much. Because I was like, you keep talking about the same things. When are you going to try and get better? It just stresses me out seeing someone talk about that. It was the same thing with Red. Really good band. Kind of a Christian answer to Linkin Park, I think. It's got that new metal formula and, intense yelling and all that stuff. A lot of, dramatic discussion about life. But they always had this positive, hopeful message, which for me was very helpful when I found them in life. But then I stopped listening to them because it was like, oh man, I just feel like I'm dredging up some stuff listening to you. But for him to actually, pull back the curtain and be like, I'm going to be honest, I thought I was going to make a breakthrough also. I didn't think we'd have to be having the same old conversation, but here we are. So I love how he's not afraid to talk to the audience, his fans and his haters. It's just those haters that I really cannot stand. I don't understand why you can't just see where an artist is coming from instead of, oh, they're not fulfilling what I want to consume, then they're bad. That's so trash. I cannot stand that stuff.
What a joke. Disappointing, yeah, me too. I thought I finally made a breakthrough.
Hey, you know what? No. Breakthroughs, it's different than you think. It's not always going to be busting out the window, running away from the house type stuff. It can be a little bit of a movement. And plus, you can have 2 steps forward and 3 steps back. That's okay. You still made progress. That doesn't mean it's not a breakthrough, man. The fact that you made steps forward in a spot where you were stuck, that's a breakthrough. You broke through being stuck and you're moving. Doesn't matter if you go back. You made a breakthrough. You keep going back to that spot. It's the same thing when you're trying to feel out a wound. Maybe you put your finger over the blood for a second and then you move it out of the way and you're like, oh, we're bleeding right there. You're still going to bleed a little bit. You just know how to clean it now. You know what to address and what to go for. Anyway.
It's the same song and dance. You have seen it before. Darkness.
Wow, what a beautiful shot, though.
Then we walk to the floor. Every decision made isn't mine anymore. Like a puppet with strings, I just don't have a choice. What's the truth? What's a lie? Help me, God. Help Help me, Lord, face your
Ooh.
fears, dry your eyes. Grandma died, what's the point? Lost the keys, lost my hope, lost my will,
Lost the
my
hope.
joy, lost a friend, lost my hope, lost my faith, lost my boys.
Whoa. Oh my gosh. So he's going while with hope, he went back and forth with the you'll never be you'll never be loved, you're the one afraid, da 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 da, like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, you know? Him doing this whole list of like, this is the stuff that's going on, these are the issues, 30 years of running, 30 years of You know how many artists never get open like this? How can anyone look at an artist like this and be like, you melodramatic little baby? Well, excuse me that no artists you ever listen to actually dare to be this open. I'm sorry. I really am. Because this is some of the in my opinion, this is what makes the best music out there. And I think most of us would agree with that too. But maybe you're just not feeling hungry for a little bit of emotion. That's where I can't be sympathetic to haters and critics. I'll just say it, critics. Anyway, being suspended like that, this crazy, and then losing your voice. Maybe he really did lose his voice, or maybe he just felt like he couldn't do anything anymore. He was in just a spiral. And then for that to cover over his mouth is, oof, gosh. And I know he's not actually strung up by the throat here. There's, it's wires and stuff, but still, that he's an actor, dude. He just makes it really look like, oh my gosh, you are powerless as you're being lifted up here, man.
Friend, lost my hope, lost my faith, lost my boys.
And then what a transition there with the water. That must have taken a lot to do. Okay. We're washing our hands of it. Okay. Well, we're seeing something's there. Maybe trying to wash blood off your hands or sins or, oh my gosh. Okay, wait. So that came back on him for a second. The sack on his head. I don't know what that symbolizes for him. We could see that it was really something he wasn't comfortable with before. Oh, and then here we are at church. Okay, we got the pews over here. We got the podium over here. Or is it a no. Yeah, it's a church, isn't it? Hold on. Guess what?
Watching my mansion burn to ash while
Yeah, big church over there. Ooh.
Hold the gas can, asking God.
Okay, he's got the hope map.
He started this fire.
Asking if God started the fire.
Is this what you wanted?
Ooh. I don't think that when someone says, how could God allow bad things to happen to good people? I don't think that denies his existence at all. It's actually putting the cart before the horse. It's not about whether or not bad things happen, because if God was out of the equation, bad things would still happen to good people. Now it's a question of, we have no idea why it's happening. We just see that it happens regardless, if you're a good person or not. So long as there's so long as we can't blame an entity for what's going on, let's try and look at who God actually is, right? And it comes down to those cases of kids having cancer. We've probably all seen the video where someone goes, how dare you? How dare you give children cancer? You know what I've seen, though? It's how you handle what has been given to you that is a sign of your strength. I have talked to kids who were terminal. You know who were the ones that were ready to just have it run its course? Not the parents. The parents kept arguing about what they could do. It was the kids going, okay, it's okay, Mom and Dad. Until you have seen the faith of a kid, until you have seen some people in desperate times choose to not throw their fist at the sky and blame and wonder why they're there, It's a question of what is put in front of me that I am meant to do in this situation. And sometimes it's literally, how can I continue to have the positive attitude that I have and use the gifts that I'm given to continue on? Even Apostle Paul, he talked about a thorn in his side. He never disclosed what it was, but he always said, God, I wish you could remove this thorn in my side. It was something that somehow hurt enough of his ministry that he felt like, if I had this removed, I would be great. But he did an absolutely amazing ministry. If you ever read the book of Acts, and it's not about everything bad being taken away from you. And it might sound insensitive to say, but it's going to happen regardless to everybody. So it's a bigger question of, what are you going to do about this? How are you going to learn from this situation? What is the rest of your life going to be like? And I say this as someone, I'm not going to get too much more into it, but there's a lot of thorns in my side. There's a lot of things that I have always felt like if I didn't have to deal with those things, my life would be better. Well, I can either keep doing that and keep blaming those things for where I'm at in life, or I can keep pushing past them and going, I'm going to keep doing my best. Because what else can I do, huh? Let's keep going.
5. Is this what you wanted? Is this what you wanted? Make all my hopes and my dreams come to life just to lay them to rest.
Sometimes that can happen.
Is this what you wanted?
Okay, still shaking his hand. He's asking for trust.
Give me a false sense of peace just to show me what peace really is.
Sometimes that happens, man. There was a concert I went to a little bit ago where this guy, he had a lot of hits in the 90s, and he was in his 60s, 70s, still performing. He admitted there were some notes he couldn't quite hit as well as when he was in the 90s, but he did this song where he said, I prayed for peace, or I prayed for strength, and he gave me pain to make me strong. It's a difference of opinion. It's a difference of viewpoint. Excuse me. It's a difference of viewpoint. It's not about, oh, if you're good, you'll take all of this away. It's, these things can happen, and I can will these things to happen to you. Are you going to trust me through it, that you can have the most abundant life possible, even in these suffering times? It's a question a lot of people don't want to have to think about, because it will cost you, because that's what life is anyway. Are you going to trust his goodness in the situation or not? It's what a lot of us Christians struggle with. I know I do. I have held on to things so tight my knuckles have hurt. Okay?
Is this what you want now? On the verge, on the edge. Is this what you want now? Petrified, scared to death. Is this what you want now? Praying to God, desperate. Is this what you want now?
Okay, but then here, it looked like the fog overtook him, so then his map wasn't working. He didn't have any references. Okay, so hey, something bad comes in your life. It clouds you over. You don't know what to do. Oh, incredible metaphors with the visuals here.
Praying to God, desperate. Is this what you want now? What you want?
And his hand's still smoking.
Hanging on by a thread. Is this what you want now? Empty heart, nothing left. Is this what you wanted? Breaking down, spiraling. Is this what you wanted? What you wanted? Is this what you wanted? Is this what you wanted?
What? Why do you put that on his head?
Is this what you wanted?
Oh.
Is this what you wanted?
Dude.
What you wanted? Is this what you wanted? Is this what you wanted?
Yo. What the hell?
Is this what you wanted? What you wanted?
Dude. Uh-oh. Oh, we got the keys. We brought back the keys that he locked himself up with. Fear. Dude, okay, first of all, we just getting a bunch of acoustic stuff here? I mean, I don't think that's a problem. I think that's amazing. It's just shoot. Just give me a sec. Let me just check and see how... Okay, visuals are doing good. I'm sorry. In a video I did a little bit ago, the sun came in too hot and I flashbanged my whole audience. I didn't even know about it till I watched it later and I was like, I was white. Anyway, dude. The in the church, literally crying out to God, made me think of Pain Remains by Lorna Shore, an incredible metal band. Absolutely incredible. The chorus dared to have a almost sorrowful tone to it. And the guy's literally like, they're in the middle of this cathedral and he's screaming up. It's crazy to have those visuals where you're just, you have nothing to give. And this is how life's hurting you. This is how you yourself are hurting you. And you're just kind of, you're strung up, you're on fire. You've devolved inside to something to protect you, but it's hurting you. And you're just there in front of God like, what? I've been there, man. There's still flirts of that I get every so often, but for the most part, I have moved past it, and I thank God for that. And that's where I feel like I could use my own experience and say, if he... if he weren't there, I wouldn't be either. I wouldn't be here right now. I would not be making videos right now. I wouldn't exist on the internet, actually. Long before I ever started making YouTube videos in 2012. I would have been dead. If you weren't there. That's a story for another time. Let's keep going here. All right. Home, okay. Very pretty guitar.
Crying alone on the ride home, driving, just got to text you, died. This doesn't feel real to me.
So he got a text on the drive home, or just read the text, and it's not what he was expecting. It's not real. Loss of life, loss of circumstance, something like that. Okay.
Trying, keep my mind off it, but I can't think about anything else. It's killing me slowly.
Yeah, I'm the same way. If there's something that's hit my mind, I can't just forget about it. I hyper-focus. The more that I try and get myself off that, the less it works. And that's led into a lot of areas in life where I kind of have to dissociate, because otherwise I'm not able to. It's gotten to the point where it's like I'll have a friend or parent be like, hey, I want to talk to you about something when you get home. And I'm like, tell me what it is right now. It's not even that I'm worried anything's, that I did anything, when, like when a parent is like, we'll talk about this when we get home. And you're like, what are you talking about? It's like, no, I need to know right now in case I need to freak out about something bad, or not. It's just,
But it's life without you. I don't wanna know. Goodbye.
Oh.
I'm not ready to say so.
Not ready to see anybody.
Oh, just act like you're here, call your phone.
Ugh.
Oh, leave a voicemail and then text you to call me back later. It's fine. it's alright. I'll stop by tomorrow to say hi. We could play cards until midnight. This ain't the end, you're not gone. You just
So we'll play cards till midnight. I'll stop by another time. Was this, he talked about losing his grandma. Is this the song to grandma? Oof. It's just, you know, I had a relationship fall through, and it wasn't good. Like, things were not going the way that I'd thought they were, and it kind of all came out at once how bad everything was, and I was like, oh. And at first it felt like I dodged a bullet. Ooh, I'm out of here. And then it hurt because it was like, why did it go wrong? Like, we could have fixed things. We could have patched things up. But the thing that really hurt was whatever, because I just deleted everything at that point. Deleted every message, deleted numbers, deleted contacts. No, we're done. We're not handling this. That was the defensive, you know? Take care of yourself. Ooh, okay, well, now you're out of danger, so you're trying to process what happened, how it went so wrong. Okay. But the part that really sucked after that was feeling like I truly lost a friend, or someone who I thought was a friend. And I knew that because anytime I wanted to text something funny, or text something that I was thinking about, text something that I wanted to do, I was like, oh yeah, they're not there anymore. I can only imagine how it is with someone who's just gone like that.
found a new place to go.
I know he's known for his fast raps, but dude, when he just gets in his emotional bag like this, he glides. He glides over everything.
Comes and goes, hits and waves. One day I'll be okay. Then the next I'm a mess, walking down memory lane, reminiscing. Feels like it was just yesterday we were kids.
Oh, when he lost his friend, maybe.
Running round in your yard, out on M61. All the memories we made in that house growing up. God, I miss it. Would give anything just to be there again. What's life without you? I don't wanna know. Yeah.
For the one person, I'm sorry, for the one person who's like, hey, get off your phone, shut up. I'm going to break into pieces if I'm really honed in and focusing on this. I can hear the words just fine. I can hear how he's talking about his stress and, you know, how it comes in waves. He can feel fine one day and just horrible the next. And anytime he goes down memory lane, it's just painful. I understand that, and I can hear that perfectly fine. I need to busy myself with something. I'm not even looking at anything. See that? Just focusing my eyes on something else, seeing the clock right there, looking at the, you know, it's 48 degrees and it's cloudy. Just a little tiny thing to get me off what's going on right now, because it's not going to work either way. Otherwise, excuse me. Just relax.
I'm not ready to say so.
Oh, I'm not ready to say it.
I'll just act like you're here, call your phone. Oh, leave a voicemail and then text you to call me back later. It's fine.
His emotions are picking up
No
here.
need to rush, it's alright. I'll stop by tomorrow to say hi. We could play cards until midnight. This ain't the end, you're not gone. You just found a new place to go.
Ooh, okay. You just found a new place to call home. That could mean a couple things. Him being a religious man could be like, oh, you're not gone. You just found a new place to call home. You're in heaven. I'm down here. Also, comment below, what kind of card game do you guys like best? I really enjoy poker. I like poker. Most other stuff I suck at. But, sometimes it's just fun to just kind of sit around with a bunch of people and who know what they're doing and just kind of freestyle it. Just so long as you're with people, It's not even about betting. It's not even about winning or losing. It's just, hey, we're here together. Let's just relax. And maybe he burnt it. He got burnt.
Just found a new place to go. I'll just act like you're here, call your phone. Oh. Leave a voicemail and then text you to call me back later. It's fine. No need to rush. It's all right.
Just that mindset of like, oh, you don't need to rush. It's okay. Like really not adjusting to the fact that they're not there. That's so sad. That is so sad, man. I wonder now. Just a theory, because his mindset is the mansion and all that, right? With its good and bad. And clearly it's been a hostile area for him, his mind, right? Just speaking metaphorically with the fire of God lighting your spirit, putting that flame in you, however you want to describe it, right? There's a few different ways that that's viewed in Scripture, okay? I wonder if he was at the church kind of crying out to God. He did soak in some of the darkness, but maybe this flame is symbolic that he made his way back to that mansion and now it's on fire. He's kind of burning down that old frame of mind. He's asking God, where are you in this? And he goes, I'm going to show you. Maybe. Now, who I was with MGK. I'm going to say this much about MGK. The man is a talented artist. He's not better than Eminem, but I think Eminem really does need to let some stuff go. I know it's not part of his character, and I know he has done very well for himself, not just financially, but with respect to the rap game, for respecting the idea that, hey, we get on each other's bad sides. We're not going to just shake on it. I only say that, though, because I think half the reason why MGK has been in such hot water over the years is the man just keeps running his mouth. He did that when he moved into punk, and he talked about Slipknot, and he talked about a couple other bands trying to argue that they're really stupid. I'm better, and da-da-da-da. It's like, dude, just stick with your music, because he has a lot to say, too. He's got a lot of emotional music. He's been very open and honest with himself. Also, I think the man just needs to stay in that lane. That's what I think. Anyway, let's see what we got going here. I forgot that I didn't like any of the other previous things.
Yeah. Alright, turn my vocal up. And then just let it run.
I thought that was Nate for a second. He's like, dang, you got
stuck
low.
in traffic, trying to find my way to a home that I've never known on a GPS with no address, so I'll follow my heart, but my heart
Yeah,
is...
dude, right there. Going to back it, going to a home that was never my own with the GPS that has no address. So the address ended the bar or the line, but it answered that first rhyme on the first line. A lot of talented MCs do this. That's what I'm saying. This man's talented.
And then just let it run. I'm stuck in traffic, trying to find my way to a home that I've never known on a GPS with no address, so I'll follow my heart, but my heart is scattered like my father's ashes in the back of the rental after I dropped his urn.
Ooh. Okay, so again, we get right to the heart. This is my life. These are the ways that I feel like my life's scattered, just like my father's ashes in the back of the car because I spilled the urn. Dude, I can't even imagine. Like, that would feel so strange to have literally little tiny pieces of someone just scattered everywhere. And you're like, oh, there's still some some of my loved one over here and over here. Like, it's not like holding a whole person, you know what I mean? It's spooky, dude. I don't want to think about that. Dude. So I like when he goes this route, man.
Follow my heart, but my heart is scattered like my father's ashes in the back of the rental after I dropped his urn. Probably a metaphor for everything I've learned, like how the only love I'll have is gonna crash and burn, or how the poorest I felt was after the most I've earned. The biggest lie told is that no one should be concerned.
Yeah, well, and this is the other thing. He has his hand to the pulse of a lot of online culture and music culture and that kind of thing. There's still a lot of stupid, belligerent, insecure, dumb men who really truly act like it is a weakness if you show concern about things. Truly. I'd almost argue that it's not even the equally annoying women that act like, oh, I can't be with a man who ain't like this, who's crying about stuff, who's sensitive about stuff. Because I think now, honestly, there's a bit of a revolution where people are realizing, oh yeah, men's mental health matters. How can we talk about that? Like, what can we discuss about this? So I'm not going to argue, oh, it's the women. I think there's just a lot of men that either because of their own life experiences, they took one too many under the chin and nobody was there to help them, that they just decided, well, I'm going to be bitter and angry because that's all that has ever gotten me through stuff. I'm sorry that that's been the case for a lot of you guys, a lot of you fellas. But reality is you got to move past that. You have got to move past that. There is a young boy crying out inside you, looking for love. That's all he's looking for. He's not looking for anything crazy. He doesn't need $100K a year. He doesn't need a Lamborghini. He might need a PS5. You know, I mean, you know, when you're a kid, you're a kid. And we all liked games when we were growing up. You know what I mean? Just saying. Like, for real, though, it's a sad reality that a lot of guys just still feel so pressured to be like, oh, well, if I didn't experience this, or because I experienced this, then I'm never going to accomplish this. I could have the same perspective where he's like, every love I'll ever have will crash or burn. Even though I went through a terrible relationship, and the next lady that I asked out said, no, I still believe true love exists. I don't even have any evidence for that because I've never experienced that in my life. But that doesn't matter because I know what reality is, even if I haven't experienced that. And I hold I hold that standard up, right? Anyway, real quick, I'm sure... No, okay, we're still good. It gets super dark here. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, I'm just going to flip a light on real quick. I'll be back. Just in case, you know, because when it'll get dark around here, it'll get dark. Unapologetically, boom, then I'll be sitting in a black hole. And it'll be crazy. All right, here we go. Wait. Okay, we still good.
Gotta be another highway that don't lead to hell. A star to lead me through the darkest night like Christian Bale. I hid from God for more than 2 decades of life, and when I came back to the light, he didn't ask me if I'm Christian still. Just opened up his arms and embraced me like I'm his son.
There you go. Okay, first of all, when he said, I'm looking for another highway that ain't the road to hell, I feel like that goes back to like Hotel Diablo, where the man really started experimenting more with rock while still rapping, right? I really feel like that was a huge transition period for him. And I thought it was pretty good music for that project, right? I think a lot of people just didn't want to look at it because it was such a pulling away from what he had done beforehand, which was, you know, mostly just rap stuff. And then he's saying, hey, you know, I left God all these years ago, and when I finally came back, he wasn't asking me, well, are you a Christian? Are you going to church? Are you tithing? Are you doing... No. Welcome back. Welcome back. Half y'all Christians don't do this. Half y'all don't care like Jesus does. Half y'all cannot do this. Why can't you just open your arms? That's what most of us need anyway. We can work on all the other stuff later. Right now, welcome home, son. Are you okay? I love you. Period. That's what Jesus did.
Came back to the light, he didn't ask me if I'm Christian still. Just opened up his arms and embraced me like I'm his son. Erasing all the archetypes of what people like me become. Since I was young, my personality split like serpent. I'm his son. Erasing all the archetypes of what people like me become. Since I was young, my personality split like serpent's tongue. But all the poison in my body still ain't make me numb. I lost...
Ooh, all the poison in my body still didn't make me numb. All the drugs, all the alcohol, those things, poison in your body, split like a serpent's tongue. That's the forked tongue of demons, that kind of thing. That's, that metaphor there, but also a snake goes into poison in your body. But yeah, he said, I think God raised me up like an archetype of what people like me can become. You can be redeemed. And it doesn't have to do this stupid hokey pokey type, oh, you got to get in the nice suit and you got to start tithing your 10%. I mean, there are certain things when you are a Christian that is kind of expected, right? But first and foremost, I mean, we want to make sure you're good and know that you're loved, right? That's what Jesus is about, man. So anyway, I'm not going to go too much further into that.
The best friend and felt all that like serpent's tongue, but all the poison in my body still ain't make me numb. I lost a best friend and felt all that, crying on his open casket while I knelt on that. I had a best man picked out for my wedding, but instead of getting married, I carried guilt and left all that. A vagabond.
Ooh, instead of getting married, I carried. So there was that inner rhyme scheme, but instead of getting married, I carried with the guilt and left all that. Going back to left all that, knelt on that. All that stuff, man. So he lost a friend too. Dang. It just sucks, dude. And he made some conscious choice to be like, instead of prioritizing my marriage over here, we lost a friend. We got to take care of that. That's gosh.
The best man picked out for my wedding, but instead of getting married, I carried guilt and left all that. A vagabond.
Ooh, okay. So he didn't carry the body. I'm sorry. He carried the guilt. He felt bad that he wasn't there for it. And then he left all that. Maybe left before getting married. I don't know anything about his situation. If you guys want to tell me below what the timeline was with his life.
Bond that broke a bond for Boca Raton, but instead of getting married, I carried guilt and left all that. A vagabond that broke a bond for Boca Raton, who all along regretted he never kept all that. I left everything behind, but this engagement ring and a frozen heart. I'm standing in the fire to melt all that. Yeah.
Okay, so just kind of going on with like, I don't have anything left. I made some choices that left me, less than I would have hoped. So now I'm just kind of at the end, like, I don't know what I got left. So kind of went into the metaphor of like, I'm standing in the fire to melt all that, because I got this cold heart, that kind of thing. So. Ooh, okay. Sound like he said pain. Oh, nice little switch up right there. Dude, some of the production choices here.
Yeah. Last show, need to take a breath and calm down. Try to regulate, don't know how. Wasn't taught that in my house. Kids on my.
Ooh, so first of all, production stuff like this, there's some artists that do it all the time, right? I mean, we've looked at Igor on this channel where their production is all over the freaking place. I'm still going to check out one of their live performances. Just give me a moment. But the idea of some artists having maybe, I mean, he's had these very cinematic orchestral beats before, right? But whenever he has these sort of storytelling stuff, we heard about it on the previous track, just kind of these little quick cut-ins. It's just as metaphorically impactful as it is the visuals that he has on set. The man is really just showing us this back and forth of the emotion. It's not just, okay, this is my straightforward thought. It's, okay, well, I went off here. Okay, I'm back. And, okay, I'm back over here. Like, that's so realistic to our actual mentality for a lot of us that struggle with stuff, man. Come on.
I step back. Wasn't taught that in my house.
Yeah, so then he was never taught how to regulate. That's a tough thing, man. When you're struggling with stuff, I worked with kids for years. I know when I step into a home case, it's like, yeah, I'm coming in to show you how to work on, these cognitive things with your emotions, being able to handle certain things, being able to handle fine motor skills, gross motor skills, personality skills, whatever it is, we can work on it with you. But it's tough when you don't have a parent that can help with that. And we've had parents where we're like, dude, we taught you how to do this with your kid and you're not doing it. Like, that's not going to mean anything. We can show up 2-3 times a week. what is it going to do if you're not making the steps to try and meet the kid where they're at and help them? So, and I know, Nate didn't have anything like that in his house, so that's crazy, man. It's hard when you get older. There's some ways I'm learning how to regulate stuff that I was like, oh, I didn't deal with this when I was 16. Like, shoot, what do I do? It's crazy.
How wasn't taught that in my house. Kids on my own, I step back. Look at those smiles and feel sad. Hope they don't wind up like that. Stuck in this loop like I am.
Oh, so then when he's on stage, he looks at those kids and he's like, I hope they don't have to deal with what I did when I was a kid. Oof.
Like that. Stuck in this loop like I am. Called you, never heard back. After everything we've been through, the good and the bad, you about to throw it all away and overreact. Because I overreacted. Karma, I guess, my temper gets the best of me, a part of me that I wish I knew how to get rid of. It's the issue I had. My MO, say I need you and I love you to death, then turn around and go and treat you like you nothing but trash. I know.
Ooh, so okay, just the doubling with his vocals, but then adding like with the I'm trying to think of the technical term for it. I don't do production, so I don't know what the terms are, but when it just cuts in and out real quick, there's ways that in normal rap, people double for just effect. It kind of sounds a little bit beefier to have another voice, and you can literally just take your vocals and then put it like half a second before or after, and it just kind of adds a little bit of a choral or like a gang vocal type thing. It just sounds punchier. But for him to come in and out, there's some effect on the vocals. It sounds like just this empty room that he's yelling that into. So a lot of reverb on that is what I meant. So, and just quick fade ins and fade outs just makes it sound so much more like, literally like ADHD, where your brain is just zoom. It's just like there's this constant noise in the back of your head, and sometimes it comes up to the forefront, and other times it goes back. It's just crazy.
I know I messed that part up with.
I'm trying to go and treat you like you nothing but trash. I know
I messed that part up with.
I know.
Was he just saying that, or was it kind of some in-studio banter? Yeah, I know I messed that part up. Let's just keep going.
Yeah, I know.
Or maybe he has a moment where he's like, yeah, I know I messed that part up. I know I messed that part up with our relationship. Ooh.
Sometimes I lash out. Need to take a breath and calm down. Try to regulate, don't know how. Wasn't taught that in my house. Kids on my own, I step back. Look at those smiles and feel sad. Hope they don't wind up like that. Stuck in this loop like I am.
Huh. Interesting. It would have been kind of cool if maybe MGK came in a little bit. Like, I know he was there for, the more acoustic guitar stuff. It fit his style and stuff, and then they cut it out. I mean, maybe if Coulson did the doubling on that would have been kind of cool for the, like that would have been kind of cool. Anyway, I just figured it would have shown a little more solidarity as well in their joint struggles in life, similar to Hopsin and NF on Lost. So anyway, give me a reason. Oh, also, side note, when they said who I was, normally songs have some, like, there's something about, normally the lyrics, one of the lyrics has something to do with the title, right? Who I was, I don't think they ever said who I was. I think it was just, this is my reality. It's just crazy. Anyway, give me a reason. Oh. Okay, I hear a little bass here. We're going to get something a little bombastic. What are we going to do, Nate? What are we going to do?
Yeah, enough with the love. I need to be hated again. I need somebody to wake at the beast and really get under my skin. I need somebody to push me, tell me that I ain't no good with the pen. I need somebody to poke and pry and really get into my head. I need somebody to laugh, tell me I'm trash.
Okay, first of all, I just want to see, is this the end of this? No, we got a couple more. Sorry and then Washed Up. Dang, okay. Interesting that we're throwing this in the middle. I mean, I know it might not fit. I feel like with what we've had so far, this doesn't really fit the more introspective, this is me dealing with my stuff, unless he burnt down the mansion And now he's fed up and he's going to build up a new one because it's all in his head, right? So maybe here he's wanting someone to challenge him so then he can get back in a headspace and do what he does. Crazy, though. I've just never been the kind of person to really care about what other people say. And by that regard, I mean, if someone argues, well, you don't know how to rap, I'm like, if you listen to my catalog and choose to think that I don't know what I'm doing, I'm not going to waste my time trying to prove it to you. You're not going to care. You won't. I just released a track a little bit ago where just casually I was flowing over a beat that someone made me on Fiverr because I wanted to show people I know how to rap. I'm not trying to impress anybody. I'm not trying to go crazy about it. I'm just letting you know I know how to do this. You might not like it. I don't care. I'm not trying to do this to make everybody like it. I've never cared about that. I make the music I like to, and that's it. I just wanted to show for all the new people who come onto my channel and they haven't taken a look at any of my old music that like, hey, I know how to rap, period.
I need somebody to poke and pry and really get into my head. I need somebody to laugh.
Some people
tell me
really
I'm
thrive
trash.
on this
Tell me
stuff.
I might as well quit. I need somebody to grab the blade in my back, stab and give it a twist. I need somebody to smash, break on my plaques. Tell me I shouldn't exist. I need somebody to ask why you
Give it a twist. I need to ask someone to smash the plaques and say that I shouldn't exist. Like he's keeping that scheme going for a while. I guess the other thing too is like if I constantly have someone like that in my life or multiple people just coming in one after another, it's like a group fight, dude. I don't have the energy to keep being like, okay, I'm gonna box you down. Okay, now we got this other guy over here. Okay, well this guy's staring me down for a second. Okay, now he's throwing shots. Okay, I'm like, either just shut up and like I'm just gonna leave you alone. Because I don't need any of this, man.
I need somebody to smash, break on my plaques. Tell me I shouldn't exist. I need somebody to ask why you even rap. You never be one of the. Ay, I need somebody to brag and show me the cash and tell me you'll never be rich. I need somebody with stats and numbers and facts. Tell me I ain't got no hits. I need somebody who's whack and ain't got no class. Tell me I'm not in they list. I need somebody to act like I'm in the past so I can remind them I'm here. I need somebody to.
Ooh, so, I mean, when he gets in these moods, he just knows how to get the aggression going in a nice little ascent, right? Now, I know some people need that. They need somebody who's whack, and he's calling it like it is. You don't know what you're talking about. You've never had skill, but then you want to tell me I don't have skill? Okay, I'll show you then. I guess for me, I just feel like that just makes the argument continue. And this is how I've been my whole life, man. I could have had opportunity to beat up the bullies at my school. I was taking martial arts training. I knew how to take on every single one of those kids if I wanted to. I never did a thing. I just ignored, walked away. I did learn to verbally like undermine what they were saying. So they'd say something stupid like, you know, you're stupid. And I'd be like, we can go to the teacher and compare grades. Pretty sure I got a higher grade than you on the last test. Show them the reality of the situation. I guess that's the thing with music is you're always going to get some butthead who has no talent at all saying they know everything about everything and they're like, you don't even know how to rap. It's like, okay, you have no basis for that anyway, so why are you going to care what I'm going to say? I could come out with another song that's really, really good and has all this technical skill. You're not going to give a shit because you don't care. That's not the kind of person you are. You're a loser. Anyway.
Give me a reason. Whoa. Give me a reason.
I really like the production here. It's nice.
Give me a reason. Whoa. Yeah. Give me a reason.
Oh.
I forgot what that struggle like. I forgot what that hustle like.
Dude, this is such like a crowd pleaser. Like this is where everyone's gonna be going crazy with the woo.
I forgot what that. I ain't forget about nothing to keep it 100. I'm honestly bored. I wanna feel like I felt when nobody was following me and I had no awards. I wanna get better hearing them call me. You wanna be shady, you ain't got no voice. I want the people that promise they'd always be with me to leave me and walk out the door.
Okay, so first of all, back when you didn't have all these other things to amount to, right? I know a lot of YouTubers really talk about like, man, you know, now I'm kind of in a position where I'm so big, anytime I fail, people kind of put a spotlight on it. When before I was just making videos for fun. Like, what were we doing with all this other stuff? All this other, you know, judgment about things. And I'm glad that he said, you know, I'm not a wannabe shady with no voice. People have been going back and forth about whether or not M's been hating on NF or not, back and forth, da-da-da-da-da. Nate hasn't really cared a lot of the time, at least he said. But then here he's saying, well, maybe I'm just bored, you know? And I just want something to challenge me. I'm not even mad at anybody. I just want another reason to go even harder in my craft, which that is why. And I'll always say this forever. Even if I don't agree with where an artist comes from, even if I'm not going to bump their music every time I'm at the gym, every time they drop, I'm going to listen to it. You know why? Because I respect art. And art is not caring about the goddamn charts. It doesn't give a shit about the first week sales. It doesn't care if you're getting platinum. It doesn't care if you're getting, freaking 3 times cardboard. None of that shit matters because you're doing art. You're putting yourself out there. That's what's important. That's what drives you, period. Yeah. So appreciate that. Appreciate that from him. And that's why, even if not every single thing he does, I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, the greatest thing ever. I still respect him as an artist who just cares about his art. And that's it. That's a beautiful thing.
Shady, you ain't got no voice. I want the people that promise they'd always be with me to leave me and walk out the door. I want the fans to quit buying the ticket to tell me they don't want to see me on tour. I want the label to drop me and tell me it's over, the music ain't making no noise. I want the critics to call me a gimmick and tell me they thought I was better before. I want to hear you keep talking the way that you talking when no one's around to record.
I want to hear you talk that same way when no one's around to record. There are so many assholes out there that they make their whole career off knowing that everything they say is on camera. They get addicted by doing this and being like, hey, everybody, here's my viewpoint. Y'all gonna rock with it, right? When you can't even say half the stuff you say in good conscience, especially to someone in front of you. Friggin' fake people that I cannot stand. I said it before. I hate most critics on this platform. I never want to be seen by any critic. No matter how much music I put out there, I never want a single person to pay attention to me. And if anyone, say something I make gets big, I don't know, and anyone reaches out to me, I will refuse every single time because I do not respect a single person who reviews music on this platform in that way. It's just, I just don't. It's such a numbers game. It's so narcissistic. Also, I forgot to mention this. It's so narcissistic also with how the attention's on you. You're talking about an artist, but the attention's on you. Oh yeah, there's this artist that came out with this album. Let's just all look at me with what I have to say about it. And it's like, dude. That's the same. I mean, all I want to do with this is let people know how amazing Nate's music is. And if you care about artists, you're going to check out his music and support him. That's my whole deal here. And for the rest of the people who don't know much about rap or how writing works with lyrics, I want to give you information on it. None of this, though, matters to me. Anyway.
Yeah, I want a story. I want to hear about how you ain't feeling the music and why it ain't better than yours. I want to... yeah, tell me some more. I want to hear about... I want to talk about... I want to hear about...
Yeah. What... My dad used to always say, what is your story? When I would do something stupid. And I'd be trying to backpedal and be like, well, you see, what happened was... He'd be like, what's your story? Tell me. Make up your little tale. Try and cover your butt. So what he's saying, someone's like, oh, my music's better than yours. Dude, on my last channel, I had someone do that. And he was a classic case of going to every musician on the platform who showed any sort of talent and then argue, well, I don't even know what you're saying. And it was on a song that I had subtitles for. I'm like, dude, if you can't read, that's on you. But then every single artist, he kept saying like, oh, I'm so much better. He failed on every single front. Every single front. Couldn't hit the beat. Writing was extremely linear and very shallow. Probably couldn't even afford for someone to actually mix his music. Because there's a lot you can do in the studio to make things sound a little bit better. He didn't care. It was absolute garbage. But then he really wanted to act like, oh, I'm so much better than you. By what metric? That's the other thing that makes me feel better about music. There is a certain way to do things. And it doesn't come down to how you feel. It doesn't come down if it's a bop or not. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If you're good at rap, you're good at rap, period. Done.
Yeah.
I'm getting fired up too, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I should make a sequel to what I did before.
Give me a reason.
It's
Give
like
me
an
a reason.
old timey like chord
Whoa.
too. However
me
they
a
did that
reason.
effect on that is cool.
I forgot what that struggle like. I forgot what that hustle like.
Hey, sometimes it's a good
I
reminder.
forgot what that humble.
Also, too, is maybe going back to some of the spiritual stuff as well. Maybe this isn't, well, I know he is talking about his music, but maybe it could also be related to like, hey, I was doing really good in my faith, and then a big challenge came out of nowhere and hit me. Maybe that could be. Just saying, that can happen sometimes. Life kind of humbles you, kind of knocks you down, makes you realize you're not as strong as you thought you were. You kind of have to actually rely on people and ask for help. And then get back on your feet and go, okay, wow, all right, we better be doing this then. Dude.
Like, I forgot what that.
Just the woo. This is so cool. Oh, we're just gonna let it run out? Dude, okay. Hey. Dude, I love that. Makes me think like old 80s, early 90s like recordings where things are kind of wobbly. It's just so cool. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Give me a reason. Oh no, sorry. James Arthur. I don't know who James Arthur is. Tell me in the comments if you know who James Arthur is. Let me know.
I crossed the line in broken oath.
I thought he said in Christ alone. I was like, hello. Preach it if you want to. Just saying.
The line. I crossed the line in broken oath. Swore I would never let you go. Blamed you for things that weren't your fault. Yeah.
We've all done that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, I wish that I'd have held you close and given you what you deserve. But that's what everybody says when it's too late to fix a bridge that's burned.
Yep.
That's burned. I've been waiting by the phone, just praying that you call me up.
Okay, so this is the third time we've talked about kind of grieving with a relationship. Man, that's crazy. Not to say that's a bad thing. It's just like,
you
man.
would have stayed and never said goodbye to us. I'm not looking for a fight, baby. I just wanna talk to you
Yeah.
and say I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I've been the truth, I broke your trust.
I like his voice.
Treated you like you weren't enough. Said I'd be there, but never was. But I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I love that.
Oh, I wish that I had held you close and given you what you deserve. But that's what everybody says when it's too late to fix a bridge that's burned.
Incredible harmonizing right there. And I like the burn, like the high note he hit. I love it when artists do that. You like, because you could hear he's got this big emotion going. And then he's kind of singing along. You know, you got the same tone as he was going before, and then the last note is always like, bah! Just it's so good. So James Arthur, English singer and songwriter, he rose to fame after winning the 9th series of the X Factor in 2012. Cover of Chantel's "Impossible" was his debut single. Wow. It was released on Psycho Music after the final, and it debuted on number 1 on the UK single charts. Nice. I feel like, I don't think I saw this guy before. But very, very cool. Very, very cool. I think it's cool, too, that, you know, he's getting artists on his side that, I mean, even if he's just singing off a script or whatever, I mean, we know MGK was right in the thick of the same sort of thing NF was going through. I'd assume James Arthur would be the same way, where it's like, yeah, I've lost. So for everyone to kind of be in the same position, I think that just makes it all the more beautiful that this isn't just one man going through his struggle. It's like, hey, we're all in this spot. We've all lost. Let's all just kind of congregate together and commiserate. I think that's a beautiful part of music. So.
But everybody says when it's too late to fix or bridge this part. This part.
Yeah.
I've been waiting by the phone, just praying that you call me up. Call me up. You say you wish you would have stayed in.
This is what I want, man. Hey.
Looking for a fight, baby. I just wanna talk to you. Say I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Say I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Say I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Now, I will say, because it does seem like this is kind of just like a breakup song, or not a breakup song, but like we're kind of commiserating over losing something. Ooh, we got cinema going on here. Looks like, okay, I mean, unless those are huge like skylights or something, there could be burn damage. Are we going to be looking at the old house after it's burnt? Oh my gosh. Okay, so before we get into that though, if it is just kind of a song where it's like, hey, I messed up with my relationship with you, can we just talk it out? I kind of feel like that's overplayed just in terms of just how many god dang songs are always about that. And I get it though. I get it. It's just like writing about anxiety and stress, right? It's what a lot of people write about, okay? It's just I myself am kind of burnt out on relationship songs, right? And it is because I just got out of a really toxic relationship, only lasted around 6 months. I don't want to talk to her ever again. I don't feel like there's any patching up we need to do. I don't feel like I have to be sorry for anything because I was the one who got dumped. So I'm like, okay, we're not going to handle this, man. I need to get away and process and just handle it from there. Yeah, it didn't go the way you thought because you thought that it was going to be okay, and it wasn't. That sucks. We got to move on, though. Period. We don't need to do anything else. And so that's kind of where I'm at. So when I hear other people talk about like, oh, can't we just talk about it one more time? It's like, maybe if I really felt like I was in a relationship where everything was solid, but maybe we just ran into one problem and it's like, oh man, I had one really bad night where I just kind of fell apart and I was like, well then, yeah, maybe this could be a song. I've just never wanted to write music like that either, right? I think I've only written a couple songs about relationships, and it was normally like, I feel like I'm not good enough for you because I struggle with a lot of things that I can't even understand, much less things that I would want to put on you to try and understand. Anyway, last one. Let's bring it home, folks. Washed Up. Let's go. Yeah, looks like we got a little bit of fire damage here. Ooh, okay. Oh, here he comes.
I'm starting to wonder if I lost the hunger. Where's that kid I used to be when I was on the come up? Where's that drive I used to have before I had the numbers? Where's that take me as I am? I ain't gonna be no puppet.
Ooh. So grabbing the freaking shovel. Are we gonna dig up our other self, like from intro 3? Anyway, yeah, he's going back to that old side where he's like, okay, I'm struggling with the positivity that I was feeling before, the energy going a certain way, and then from that, I feel like I've lost sight on the music, things like that. Man, it's so, at least for me, I feel like oftentimes my anxiety is just like a few clouds over the sun. The sun is there. I know it's there. It's doing its thing. But I keep feeling like sometimes I just don't really see it very much, and that's a little upsetting. Because it's like, wouldn't it be great if the sun was just on me the whole time and I didn't have to like stress about nothing? That would really be great. What would it take? Like, seriously, I'm like, come on, help me out here. I'm exhausted. And then I'll get really positive about something, and then something bad will happen. Like, literally, I was really feeling myself Thanksgiving. And then my dad told me that our rabbit got attacked. And I might talk about it later, but that rabbit has meant more to me in terms of any pets that I've had in a while. And I was really kind of sitting there like, yeah, this really sucks. Because my brain immediately was like, see, bad things happen when you just let yourself be chill. You can't afford that. You gotta just be always watching, always doing all this stuff. But it's exhausting, man. So anyway, I get the viewpoint. It's easy to feel like, no, when I'm intense, then I'm in control. And then that's where I'm at my best. Maybe not.
I had before I had the numbers. Where's that take me as I am? I ain't gonna be no puppet. Where's that tell it like it is? Don't let the label hush you. Where's that yeah, I know I'm rich, but we gon' keep the budget. Where's that I don't really care about the radio? If they don't like the song, then don't play it. I ain't changing nothing.
Ooh, so he is digging up his old self, but that idea of like, he feels like now in his position he's getting too concerned about numbers. He's getting too concerned about all this stuff. That's a valid point, man. Especially when you grew so much of yourself based on not caring about any of that, man. Dude, that's how I want to be, I swear.
Yeah, where's that person at? You see him, tell him I've been hurting bad. You see him, tell him that I missed the way we used to rap. And I ain't making music anymore if he don't care enough to have my back.
So you're basically saying, hey, whatever value you've offered, I don't care about it if you're not going to help me get to where I need to be. And I feel like I can handle my raps and handle my career better without you. And if you can't rise to the occasion of what I'm wanting to do, then we don't need you. Oh. It's a tough spot, man, because it's like you do get to a point where you kind of have to think about what other people think. Because it's going to be there even more. Even if it's idiots who don't know anything about rap. And they want to tell you, well, I know rap better than you. No, you don't. You're not a platinum selling artist. You're not going on tour all over the world. How on earth do you think that, like, try and justify that thought to me, bud. Try and justify that thought to me. How can you know rap better than me when I'm the one getting platinum records and touring all over the world? How? And getting all these accolades from other artists? How are you in the position you're at when you're better than me? How does that work? You don't even have 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. What?
Yeah, dropping trash. Wouldn't say that I've been doing that, but I'll be lying through my teeth if I said I don't think my moment passed. Yeah, I think my moment passed. Am I on the brink of something great?
I like that positivity.
Have I?
Oh, there's the map to hope.
Am I
Ooh.
on the verge of making waves?
Making waves like the beginning of hope?
Or am I washed up?
Oh, there's the other part of him. What the heck?
The small rooms, the intimacy, no feeling like it. Those old shoes, nostalgic, I put my feet inside them. The
Old shoes, nostalgic, small rooms, the intimacy, not feeling like it.
intimacy, no feeling like it. Those old
I put my feet inside them. Like, do you see those inner rhyme schemes? That is a good sign of penmanship when you're a rapper. Just saying, that's the reality of it. You might not like it, but that is a true sign of artistry.
shoes, nostalgic, I put my feet inside them. The Lord knew I needed this to survive the violence. The raw truth, I'm nothing without the Father's guidance. Who are you? The question that built this whole empire. Your old news, the statement that makes me think retire. The game's new, so eventually we all have to climb it. When wrong move and career is dying. Yeah, can I revive it?
So was that death though? So he's like talking about the death of a career? Because death is normally not associated with anything positive unless you're Maury Calliope. So the idea of that negativity having to face the music, maybe it's really like, we're putting you to death. We are done with the negativity.
That check the label gave me make me uninspired? Am I ignorant to think that I still got the fire? Am I hanging on to something I should say goodbye to? Yeah, has my time expired? Did my prime already pass or am I about to find it? Did my peak already happen or am I still climbing? Is that passion that I had gone or am I on the brink of something great?
So, Hope, where he like you could see his white attire was there, and he was trying to dig up the map to Hope, but there was nothing on it because that negativity, he wasn't going to see the map. He wasn't going to see it. And remember, in the music video for Hope, Hope Nate in white got turned around by the negativity because the negativity was sitting on the beach like, no, it's actually over that way. He didn't know where it was. He just was acting out and being a fool. So then when he actually looked at the map, there was nothing there. Man. So then now I wonder what the devil is here because the Hope died, but then his old person came back, tried to, but then that didn't last long, so...
Have I...
And I only say death because he's taller, has the hood on, but then I thought he was holding the keys in skeleton hands. So...
Am I on the verge of making waves? Or am I washed up?
Oh, so it wasn't burned at this point. I'm so sorry. It was just all dusty and run down and everything. Dang, I missed that. It could just mean a death to a career. That's the keys. He doesn't need them anymore. Let me see, though. Dang. Dude. Man alive, that is crazy. Well, you guys tell me your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about the end of that? What did that mean to you? You let me know. That's all I gotta say about that, guys. This was dope. This was dope. This is real artistry. I love this stuff, man. Anyway, see you guys in the next one.